Hello, Terry. How are you today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Thank you so much for yet another great year at Acme. We really appreciate all the work that you've done on the three major projects this year. We appreciate that.
Oh, well, I had a great time. Really enjoyed working with the team.
Fantastic. And before we begin, do you have any questions for me?
No, let's just jump right in. I'd like to hear some feedback that you have.
Fantastic, and I'm happy to do that. So, Terry, it has definitely been great to see the feedback from all the project managers who complimented you on the quality of the actual design. And that's something that we've discussed last year, that this is one of your strengths, and you definitely continued developing it. The area that I would like to consider for you to continue developing is making sure that you slow down and actually proofread the text incorporated in the design, because it is very important that the first time you deliver, it's done with quality. How does that sound to you?
No, that makes sense. I didn't really know that there was much of an issue.
Well, the three of the projects that you worked on, although the design was great and you definitely communicated your ideas and listened to the team members, that's really appreciated. However, when the product was delivered the first time, there were some type of graphical errors, just like we've discussed last year. So that's the area that you can improve in. And what I would suggest is potentially taking some writing course. How does that sound to you?
Uh, I don't know if it's so much of a needing writing skills versus just making sure that I have the appropriate amount of time. That it's probably more just making sure that because of all the workload that I have, that I don't have to move as quickly to get the product out the door.
Yes, I absolutely understand. And you know what? There are going to be situations where you have to be flexible and make adjustments, and the schedules could be tough, and it could happen. But it's very important to know that to be efficient with the product, you need to balance the quality with the speed. So perhaps taking a time management course, and I did put that as one of your goals for next year.
Yeah, I think that that might be helpful, and but I don't know. I think maybe we need to look at the workload and just determine how we can balance that. I think that might be the bigger issue.
And it could be, I think, a combination of different skills, which is the time management course, and us meeting weekly in opposed to once a month will allow us to adjust both the skills in design, making sure that everything is balanced and proofread correctly, as well as increasing your efficiency. How does that work? Does that work for you?
Yeah, I think that as long as we both commit to doing that and prioritizing things, then it could work.
Absolutely, absolutely. And my commitment is to ensure that you get all the tools necessary for you to do your job. But your responsibility is also to let the project manager of that specific project let them know that you potentially are delayed, and set the expectations up front.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and continue discussing that in our one-to-ones. Okay.
All right. Sounds good.
Great. So the communication area in your evaluation definitely is the area to acknowledge. All three of the project managers did mention to me that you were very effective asking questions, making proposals for the team, also listening very carefully to ensure you adjust to the expectations.
Okay. Good.
There's one area that I would like, and again, I think it goes with the time management portion, and making sure you plan appropriately. You did not respond as effectively as the team had expected on one of the projects through email. Sometimes it does happen, and as we just talked about, how to fix that. So let's work on it.
Okay.
Okay, great. And Terry, last year, one of your goals was to complete training based on the software that Acme is using, and in your evaluation, you did put that you've completed it mostly.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, there's a lot of courses that are required and a lot of work to be done. So I'm just trying to balance both of them.
Great, great. The strong graphic design is key. However, if you want to progress and contribute to more projects, without making any type of technical errors in your writing, it is definitely important that you concentrate on completing the learning courses, and I included that as part of your goals. Do you feel you can commit right now that it's going to be done?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll get it done.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Terry. I was extremely impressed, so is the rest of the project management team, with your adaptability and versatility. Not only you took on more projects this year, but you also were extremely flexible with the schedules that the project required. Even though some employees on the project maybe were more experienced, it was quite impressive how well you adapted to the speed of the projects that you worked on.
Yeah. No,
So great.
I agree, and had fun doing it.
Great job, great job. And of course, with the attention of detail, we've talked about needing improvements, slowing down, and doing what we've agreed to, okay?
Yeah, I think we can do that.
Fantastic. And I wanted to make sure that you were aware that it's been noted and noticeable that you've demonstrated such a commitment and responsibility to the projects that you worked on. And as long as, and you also took on the mentor role, even though in self-evaluation, I was surprised you did not put that as an achievement. It was one of your goals to mentor different graphic designers, which you did.
Yeah. I didn't really know how I'd feel about it. I'm not necessarily a trainer or mentor. I kind of like just to dive in and do my thing. But I found that it was a pleasure to work with them.
Great, yes, and I encourage you to do that because the feedback I received from that new employee was absolutely impeccable. So thank you so much for helping him get onboarded and showing him around the office and the system. Thank you. Keep that going. I think you definitely have a niche for helping others.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Great. And Terry, your attendance definitely meets expectations. All three projects you've completed on time, and you were there on time, and you are rated as meets expectations, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And you are offered, while offering team suggestions during those projects, that's the part of taking initiatives. You're not just accepting status quo, so it's great. You are trying to create possibilities for the product, and that's key to success. So just make sure that you understand the importance of taking software training, so you could actually participate in more products, right? Oh, projects, as we've discussed.
Okay.
So overall, I feel that you were great by working on 3 projects. You took initiative working with a new employee and training him. So that's amazing. Just a couple of areas to consider working on that we've discussed. So are we okay with then agreeing to meeting one-to-one? Oh, and
Yeah. So you want me to set that up, or are you going to set that up?
I will set that up and I will send you the invitation. Absolutely, that's a
Okay.
great point. Also, part of your goal is to take time management skills course, as well as writing, because it certainly is going to benefit you in the long run. Okay?
Yeah, I can get that done.
Fantastic. And also, I want to make sure that you take all the initial training that was assigned to you from last year, and we'll see what other courses are available throughout the year, so you can go ahead and continue enhancing your skills. Okay?
Sure. Yeah. Sounds great.
Great. Do you have any questions for me?
No, I don't think so at this point in time. I appreciate the feedback, and I'll work to balance things out a little bit more throughout the next year.
That is fantastic. Thank you so much, Terry, for your time, and continue a good job, and we'll continue improving the specific areas we just talked about. Okay?
Great. Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.